What up? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Uncommon Commentators. We are back. We are back. We are back. Appreciate y'all pulling up as always. We are missing one. We are missing one today. Shout out to our boy Garrett. He is out. He is out on business. Do what you do. We'll get back with you next episode. But in the meantime, in between time, I got my dog Antoine with me. What's good, man?
I'm great, man. Always blessed to do this as always on a weekly Thursday night. So I'm good, man. Got a great show. The regular season's almost over, man. It went by pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie, man. It was pretty crazy to see it go by this quick, but I'm good, man. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely, man. Yes, the NBA season is about to be a wrap. Every team probably has like 2 to 3 games left, so we gonna hop into that. We gonna hop in a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But
hmm
before we get this thing started, for the viewers, please hit the QR code. The QR code is back, y'all. Freaking StreamYard, they made some updates,
hmm
but we got the QR code back. Um, hit the QR code. Follow us on all social media.
Everywhere.
If you are on via YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment on the video, share the video. Do all the things that can get us in the algorithms, get new people to come up and pull up on us. And yeah, man, shit. Let's outside of that, we got the norm, got the church announcements and everything out the way. Let's get this show started.
Mhm.
Off rip, man. Shout out to our basketball Hall of Fame inductees. Man, got some good names in there. Also got some names in there that I was looking like, word. But nonetheless, when it comes to the basketball Hall of Fame inductees, we got Mike D'Antoni, Mark Few, Doc Rivers,
Mhm.
Amari Stoudemire, the 1996 women's national team,
Yep.
Elena Deladon,
Mhm.
uh,
Shamik
Candace,
Cole.
Park, Candace Parker, and my favorite, Shamik Holesclaw.
Yep.
Um, of course, so I'll go ahead. I'll let's address the women. Yes,
For sure.
we know this is not a women's basketball pod, but we still hold them near and dear to our hearts. And we will discuss this on the best damn W show. Shout out to the squad. But um the 1996 squad, that national team, that was a special team. If you were alive to see that squad, that squad. They played in the Atlanta games, went
Yep.
8-0, went 8-0 for their record average. Their margin of victory was at the very least was more than 30 points.
Right.
Uh that team had Hall of Famers, now Hall of Famers, Lisa Leslie,
Mhm.
Cheryl Swoops, Don Staley,
Yeah.
Teresa Edwards, Rebecca Lobo,
Yep.
Katrina McClain.
Mhm. And Tara Vanderveer was the head
Yep.
coach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to the coach. But yeah,
Mhm.
that squad, dog, pretty much that's the squad that helped ushered in the WNBA, what we now have as the WNBA. Um, the WNBA was being brought up, was being put together, and a lot of these women that were on the national team ended up being in the league and ushering, fostering and introducing a brand, the WNBA as we know it.
Mhm.
But shout out to those women. It's always good to see our, especially my personal favorites with Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, and of course Don Staley. Then we have Elena Deladon. If you don't know who she is, two-time MVP, helped the Mystics win their first championship in 2019. She's on the WNBA 25 25th anniversary list. Uh, accolades go on and on. Also with the Delaware, showed out in Delaware. Um, well, we mentioned Candace Parker. Candace Parker, no name says it all. Name says it all. If you know, you know. 3-time WNBA champ, 2-time MVP, the only player in the WNBA to win Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season.
Mm-hmm.
That's never going. I don't think that'll ever happen again. Somebody has to be ultra special in order to do that.
Right. As a rookie too. As a rookie
Yes,
at that. You know.
yes. And then, like I said, my favorite Shamik Holsclaw, who does not get talked about enough to me. And it's about damn time because I feel like she should have been in the Hall of Fame, but nonetheless, she's here. Six-time All-Star, uh, 3-time, excuse me, 3-time consecutive NCAA champ with
Yeah.
Tennessee under our fave Pat Summitt.
Pat Summitt, rest in peace.
Yep. 1999 Rookie of the Year, scoring champ, a list of accolades. So shout out to the women. Shout out to the women that are on this list that are now Hall of Famers. Now I'll let you go. Then and just how do you feel about the list when it comes to on the men's side with the names that were presented?
Man, I thought it was pretty good, man. I thought it is some people were kind of skeptical about Amari Stoudemire making it because he's a 6-time All-Star
I
and
am
stuff
some
like.
people.
But yeah, he was of course before his injuries hit, he was a bona fide superstar, especially super early in his career, playing alongside Steve Nash. And he's really one of the big reasons why Steve Nash won that MVP. Of course, shout out to Sean Mary and the Matrix as well. But yeah, Kenneth Parker, like you said. Mike D'Antoni, I wasn't surprised. I was really excited for Mike D'Antoni. He changed basketball with his coaching. I've always enjoyed him, especially the teams that he had from the speaking of Amar Stoudemire, that Phoenix Suns team. He was his coach. He coached the MVP, 2-time MVP. He coached
Mm-hmm.
the Lakers at one point. He coached the Knicks. Like he's bounced around a tad bit, but everywhere he's gone, he's always had a strong presence. So, Mike D'Antoni, I was really excited for him, especially after his career over in Europe and international basketball and what he means for the game. So I thought it was pretty good. Of course, the biggest name that people are disagreeing with is Doc Rivers. A lot of people feel like Doc Rivers shouldn't have made it. I'm on your side with that, with the whole Amari thing. I'm one of those people. I'll never try to disrespect what these people have done to make a name for themselves in the sport of basketball. Doc Rivers was an NBA player before he was a coach, and he was a hawk. So of course I got love for him. I got to. But in terms of his coaching, I just think it's kind of overrated in terms of him winning a championship with the Celtics. We know he had 4 All-Stars, potentially 4 Hall of Famers, if you want to count Rondo. Outside of that, he didn't have much success in Los Angeles with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, and again in Milwaukee, we saw that
Yeah,
team.
regular season success.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, if you that is a part of it. We saw it in
Yeah,
Orlando.
regular. But to me, that's pretty much a good gist of it. It's like you get a bunch of regular season success.
Yep.
You just so happen to win a championship when you get to the Celtics and freaking. But anything after that, after 2008, it's pretty much what have you done for me lately, and you ain't done shit.
Mhm. I forget
You ain't done shit.
the Sixers coach. He was the Sixers coach at one point. He had a lead in the playoffs, and he blew a lead with the
Oh,
Sixers. So
he's blown leads everywhere.
like I keep forgetting, and yeah, like he made headlines 2 days ago where his quote, he said, "Look at my resume, Google me. I took teams to the playoffs and championships that weren't supposed to be there. I thought this was one of them." Now, before you go, because I know you have a rebuttal for that, I thought he was completely outcoached by one Adrian Griffin. Adrian Griffin built that team. They notoriously had a 35-13 record before they fired him, and Doc came in, took his All-Star game, head coaching spot, and all of that. But how do you feel about
Mhm.
that quote? And how do you feel about his overall playoff success and what it means for him to be a Hall of Famer, seeing his failures as a coach?
I mean, this just to me, it's just, again, I've always asked whether it's a coach, whether it's a player, what is the criteria when it comes to being a Hall of Famer?
Hall of
We have
Famer.
we have no idea. We have no idea. Um when it comes to Doc Rivers, the Google me part, I mean, you can do what you want when you popping.
Yep.
And with him getting this accolade again, he's popping. So it is what it is. So yeah, I not gonna hold you. Yes, I would be like, yo, Google me. But also when we Google you, we Google a lot of fucking failure, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you've had some great success. You've done great with the little. And I say that when it comes to the Orlando Magic. But when
Yep.
you've had teams that you should have at the very least made the finals, you haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. You're a very good coach.
Because I was
And
gonna
and
say,
that's just me. To anybody that that disagrees, we are again, these are my opinions. These are the thoughts and opinions of producer Wiley. Whatever you think of Doc Rivers, so be it. My thing is
mm-hmm,
you've had moments. You've had moments. You you were able to you were able to capture your championship. Should have been two, but that second trip with the Celtics, y'all, Lakers came back and
Lakers.
punch y'all in the mouth. Um, but again, outside of that, your run with the 76ers, your run with the Clippers, your run with the Clippers was tragic. Like you had a very, very, very talented team, and it goes off or not. The only reason why you're with the Bucks now is because the Bucks organization was dumb as hell to fire Adrian Griffin, and it's hard to pass up $40 million. So I don't blame you there.
Yep.
Hell, even listening to other pods, he they said it was said that he told the Bucks not to hire him and that to keep Adrian Griffin. But also, again, it's hard to pass up
40
$40 million.
million.
So I don't blame you on that front. But again, can't hold anything against you. You are a Hall of Famer as a coach. Congratulations. Like, do I agree? Not necessarily, but hey, again, since we have no idea what the fucking criteria are for the Hall of Fame, congratulations, big dog.
Nah, I mean, if anything, because I'm looking at it right now, he's on the list of top 15 coaches in NBA history. I mean, he's on here. I mean, I'm not going to say the whole thing, but I mean, you got Red Auerbach, Larry Brown, Chuck
Mhm.
Daly. I mean, you have Phil Jackson, of course, Greg Popovich, of course. So I'm pretty sure Doc has, I mean, he might have the least amount of rings on this list.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely. The
well,
hell, just the coaches that you just named. Yes, absolutely.
he's tied. Go ahead.
But no, I'm about to say the list of coaches that you just rattled off have been able to get their team to
Mhm.
multiple finals and be able to win multiple finals.
Uh-huh. Because Jerry Sloan, he is on here, but he has an incredible record. He didn't win a championship, but he was the Bulls coach from 79 to 82, and he was the Jazz coach from 88 to 2011. So he was,
Right.
the whole Karl Malone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was a great coach, ran into Michael Jordan. But I just think with Doc on here, for his win percentage, it's 5.85. So I don't think it's that spectacular. You got him on here with guys like Pat Riley and stuff like that. I'm just thinking, like, I think there's definitely other candidates that could have taken that title from him. And I only list this off because I'm after comparing him to those other coaches, I can't really tell you why they thought Doc was so good. Because again, the
Hey,
win
that
percentage.
that 2008 championship is holding all the weight.
I guess because you got to see this. How did you feel about him when he came down? Because I was his first head coaching job in Orlando, and he
Mhm.
had Tracy McGrady as a superstar who had came over from Toronto. So, like, how did you feel about? He won Coach of the Year in 2000. So, how did you
Yeah,
feel about him back then,
he he
pre
had a
Boston?
good he had a decent team like that. That Orlando team, I mean, nobody really paid attention that Doc Rivers was coach. I mean, and this is not a slight to Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really paid attention that Doc was the coach because you had Tracy McGrady there, and we got to see Tracy McGrady unleashed
Leash.
compared to what we saw when he was in Toronto. But when you when you dig deep, when once you dig into it and you see that, oh yeah, it's Doc Rivers coaching. Yes, he did a hell of a job coaching that team
Mm-hmm.
because again, that's the one team where it was like you did not expect a lot from that team, and he got the most out of that team where other coaches probably wouldn't have been able to.
Mm-hmm. And see, like, and even then, how you just put that is beautifully because that does give credit to one Doc Rivers. I just think that he had it's really just the playoff disappointments when you have a talented team and you are hailed as a Hall of Fame good coach, you are expected to
Mm-hmm.
win regardless of the circumstance. And that's not to be unfair. Most of the time his players were healthy. He just got out coached. He beat up 3-1. I mean, just can't get the last win. And I
Dog.
mean that's it, like he's had James Harden, Joel Embiid, like he's had so many, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, he's had so many, like, and that's why I said it's like 4 potential Hall of Famers. 3 of them are going, and
Right.
Rondo again it could go. So I mean, like, it took all of that to get a ring. And we saw him. He couldn't repeat the next year with that same core. So we're talking about him because I think he's the most controversial name on that list of Hall of Famers this year.
Mhm.
Credit to him. God bless Doc Rivers. He got his son to the NBA. I mean, like
I didn't say I wouldn't even say that. Freaking Austin Rivers got Austin Rivers to the
I mean,
NBA.
sure, he's a great player.
Austin Rivers was a motherfucking dog. I ain't gonna hold you.
For sure. He's one of the greatest high school players by people I've ever seen, like with their own 2 eyes. He was top 10 pick. He's supposed to blow up with Anthony Davis. I thought he was about to take off, back then. You feel me? And yeah, man, even just to end it, it's a good class. I like it. The players that made
Hold
it
up,
deserved it.
hold up. Before we end this,
Mm-hmm.
before we end this, because Doc Rivers was definitely one, but I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
we know why. Like majority of the talking heads, we all understand like why Doc Rivers is a Hall
Made
of
it.
Famer. Amari Stoudemire, that's the one I'm like, yo, what? How? Because again, what is the criteria? What is the Hall of Fame? What do you have to do? I put it to me like in 2K, how you when you're doing your my player in 2K. I need a list of whatever the fuck you got to do
That's to
to
achieve, real, real.
hit these milestones. What are the milestones that Amari Stoudemire hit? And again, I do not want to. It's going
Discredit.
all of this is going to seem like I'm shitting on him. I really do not care. Again, these are my opinions. But again, what did Amari Stoudemire do to become a Hall of Famer? Because when you think of Amari Stoudemire, you think of the Phoenix. I more so think of the Phoenix Suns, that team, not just Amari Stoudemire. He had his part. He had his part when it came to that team, but he wasn't excuse me, Steve Nash was the engine. He was the engine that
The
he was
beating
the
heart.
straw. He was the straw that stirred the drink of that team. He made that team go. It just so happened you benefited the most out of everybody on that team outside of Mike D'Antoni, who created the 7 seconds or less offense. So I mean, dog. Okay, you get drafted ninth overall straight out of high school.
Yeah.
You're the rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. That's
Um,
hard to do, man.
and the thing that sucks about it for Amari is when he got injured, because he was he was steadily
Rising.
climbing in his career, and we were starting to see a dominant side of him, and then you get clipped by injuries, and then and you have to have microscopic surgery on your knee, and normally you don't come back from that, but you get to come back from that. You end up going from Phoenix to New York,
Yeah.
and you have a decent time in New York, but it just wasn't anything that was like, yeah, Amari Stoudemire should be a Hall of Famer. And again, and that's just to me, but I mean, I don't. Again, the committee saw different.
Because I was gonna say, when it comes down, because you're saying criteria, that's a great way to put it. That's how I used to see it, like like being a Hall of Famer and like in 2K. I love how you put that for real, because like I used to see it as like you get a 5-time All Star. That's the bare minimum. If you're a 5-time All Star, you were a star in the league. You made the All Star game 5 times. We saw you in the All Star game, even if your team was ass. So like you're a
Right.
good player. You put up numbers, like you were like, and
Mhm.
even then, in being a good player, I think that's what helps out Amari the most. I think it's about being a Hall of Fame caliber talent on the floor and at his peak, like how you said, we saw him average, I mean, like 13 points and 8 rebounds a game out of high school playing grown men is hard to do. I don't give a fuck who you are. That is hard to do. The next year, what at 21, he's averaging 20 points and 9 rebounds a game. So he took off, could have won most
Mhm.
improved player. And then after that, he became like just a superstar. He was averaging 26 points a game with 9 rebounds a game. I think, and that was the '05 Phoenix Suns. They won like 60 games that year. So we're seeing him being a
Uh,
superstar.
I was gonna say, dog, I'm sitting here looking. I'm sitting here looking, and you've clipped for MVP nomination.
Mm-hmm.
The the highest you got was six.
Six. Yep.
Six. But
I mean, that's fucking high, man. It's a lot of players
and
in the
even
league.
and during that was the year Kobe won. Kobe
Yep.
won. Chris Paul was second. KG was third. LeBron was fourth.
I
I'm like,
mean,
dog.
like on all those are Hall of Famers. Literally, all of those are so, and that's why I'm saying he was over Tim Duncan, over Tracy McGrady, like over no Dirk Nowitzki, it's over Carmelo. So I'm like all of those guys are Hall of Fame talents with like their fade, their scoring, their rebounding, they're they're most of those guys are one of a kind. So when
Mhm.
for Amari, I think it's about what we saw him being in his prime years. That was indeed what we saw, a Hall of Fame caliber talent. His ability to score, his athleticism, his rebounding. He contributed to winning basketball, even though he was a subpar defender. So I think for Amari Stoudemire, like I'm not trying to sit here, down a hill, prove his case or anything. And also, even then, like before you go again, I look at the bigger picture. It's the NBA. It's the
This is
basketball
basketball. Yeah.
basketball Hall of Fame, So we saw him. He went to Israel and he won 2 championships over there. He was an MVP over in Israel. I mean, all of that, So he won.
Oh
He
yeah.
won. He won the
But
Israeli
that's when
Cup.
this when he started was taking wine baths and all that shit. Although he did explain it, which is hilarious, but still,
Mm-hmm. And
it's
yeah,
like
man,
come on, dog. But
it's a whole
uh,
different lifestyle in general over there. When you start to tap into
yeah.
that side of the world, it's a whole different lifestyle. Period.
But
Period.
nonetheless, like I said, Amari Stoudemire was definitely just one of them names. It was like, huh?
For
It
sure.
just gave me that. What? All right,
If
I
that's the
guess.
case, before we continue, then like before, because you can't have Amari Stoudemire and not consider like Sean Marion, especially Sean Marion having a ring. You know, like he's an NBA champion, he's a 4-time All-Star. I get it. You know, 2-time All NBA, third All NBA caliber talent. Sean Marion at one point,
Yeah.
like all of that. You know, like if he got that fifth All-Star appearance on some 2K shit, I would have gave it to him. He would have been an NBA champion, a five for real, like he would have been an NBA champion, a 5-time All-Star, a 2-time All NBA caliber. Like you got to be gatekeeping to not think he doesn't at least have a chance. Like he was a perennial All-Star, a champion, and an All NBA caliber talent. So like yeah, like stuff like that. Yeah, but of course he's a 4-time All-Star. You know, if you wanna you wanna play it like that. But I you know
I mean,
I think stuff like that. Like, how do you feel about Sean Marion's chances as he continues to get older?
uh, I mean, we'll see. I look, sky's the limit at this point. The sky is the limit. That's how I look at it. The sky is the limit. And people tried to give Carmelo a hard time. I like shit. At least he had the fucking
10-time
at least he,
All-Star, like
yeah, at least he had the Olympic medals and things of that nature to back him up. Then on top of that, he's a college national champion. So
right. You know,
at least
because
he had that to back him up. But I'm like, Amari comes straight out of high school, so you don't have outside of coming from high school, you don't have anything to back you up outside of your NBA career.
your career, right? Of course, and like, and even then, because you know, I'm thinking about a whole bunch of names now, man. You know, like, yo, Joe Johnson is a 7-time All-Star. He was 3 All-Star appearances away from a 10-time All-Star. If he would have got one more, that's an 8-time All-Star. We just saw Vince Carter make the Hall of Fame at an 8-time All-Star. Now, again, that also goes into him being a Hall of Fame caliber talent, his athleticism, his scoring, like half man, half amazing, all that kind of stuff.
Also, this motherfucker played for 50 years, so there's that too.
And I mean, yeah, because I was gonna say he was a franchise player, but Joe Johnson was a franchise player, you know. And again, Joe Johnson was a good fucking player too. He's a 7-time All-Star. I mean, man, like he was an All-Star when he left Atlanta that first year. So I mean, yeah, man, I do think like players like that, because Joe doesn't have like a ring. He doesn't have like, I don't think he has like an All NBA nomination. Joe Johnson.
I mean, the whole ring portion, the ring helps. It's not needed. It's more so. It's just more so your impact on the game. Like how much did you impact the game? And yeah, again, sky's the limit when it comes to this at this point.
For real. And then even then, like, because I know like we're 30 minutes in. With the Carmelo thing, he didn't win a ring like how you said, but the Olympic gold medals for sure that did it. And for me, once you hit a 10-time All-Star, there's no question on if you should be an NBA Hall of Famer or not. You were not just a star, you were a superstar. Being a 10-time.
Well, hold up, because
I mean, Melo was a superstar in his prime.
Wait. I'm not talking. This is not about Melo. This is about the all-star portion of it, because now this doesn't hold as much weight as it used to now.
I mean, back in the day,
So yeah, it for us that have been watching this long enough, it hit all-star appearances or being named all-star hits just slightly different. It doesn't hit quite the same.
Like I can only imagine how dudes felt when like Gilbert Arenas made the All-Star game. He came out of the second round. No one expected anything out of him, and he went out to Washington, became a monster. He made it that first year, and
not a Hall of Famer.
I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying, like, you know, certain players that are unlikely, like, you know, it just happens. You feel me? It's like Isaiah Thomas, the 5'8" one. That was crazy seeing him score 20 points a game in Sacramento, then go over to Boston.
But we also saw Allen Iverson do that. So
I mean, but nah, like 5'9" is different than 6'1".
You really think Allen Iverson is 6'1"?
6 foot. I mean, come on. I mean, but we know Isaiah. We know Isaiah was 5'9". There's not a single person in the league right now.
Him and fucking Allen Iverson probably look eye to eye. And
I mean,
this
hey,
comes from look, and this comes from somebody who's short.
Nah, for sure. I mean, I get it. I'm not the tallest either, but Allen Iverson, he was also way more. He was a freak athlete. Allen Iverson was extremely athletic,
Oh yeah,
to be that height. He was dunking and shit. Trey Young's not dunking. Allen Iverson was dunking the ball.
well, yeah, we know. But like I said, just to end this topic, man, congratulations to all of the inductees. Well
100%.
deserved. Well deserved. Nobody can take this away from you. Hey, at this point, for people like for the fans like myself who get on here and try and show love or just give our opinions. Hey, be like Doc. Hey, Google me, dog.
Nah, for
That's
sure.
all you. That's all you got to hit. That's all you got to hit people with at this point. Hey, Google me.
That I mean, like he has the right. I mean, like it's you gotta have ego, man. You're going against 29 other coaches. It's unfortunate for him over in Milwaukee this year. They just weren't good, out the gate. They struggled, and then
But I
Giannis
mean,
got hurt. And then
but
they just
another topic for another episode. But he's part of the problem. Um, as we as we move on, we are at the end of the season.
yeah.
Of course, what comes with this NBA awards. We're gonna go through. We'll try and keep this. We'll try and keep this as brief as possible because we still got playoffs to talk about. But excuse me. But let's start with the hot button topic, and that's Rookie of the Year.
Let's get it.
Pretty much 2-man race.
Yep.
We'll salute the VJ Edgecombe. You are the third place winner in this, but
And he will be a star too.
But you are not touching these two guys at this moment, and that is Cooper Flag and Con Knuppel. If you were a media vote, if you were in media and you had a vote, who are you voting for and why?
Me, I would choose Con Kneppel as my 2026 Rookie of the Year. I know everyone's rightfully so. They love Cooper Flag and what he's done this season. Yeah, like 51 points at one point. He had 45 points after that.
Lately he's been on a fucking tear.
He's not even been a monster for sure. Doing that at 19 years old, like that. Like that's crazy, like I don't care. Even I think the 51-point game, he shot like 18 to 30, like 19 to 30. So he's definitely already exceeding expectation. Will say he lived up to the hype from day one. But for me, I think Con Kneppel should get it because he's been contributing to wins over in Charlotte. He's been the catalyst that has completely changed the dynamic of that franchise. They're finally on the verge of having the playoff game down in Charlotte again. The Hornets are back, that doesn't happen without Con Kneppel. Especially at the beginning of the year, I thought he definitely had it for sure. The way he was operating, of course, he slowed down naturally. But I think just because he contributed to wins out in Charlotte, because it was night and day compared to last year. I think Con Kneppel should get it based off the impact he had in his rookie year. That should make him the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I agree. He's definitely been very consistent throughout the year. He's only missed one game this season. So again, for me, the best ability is availability. Cooper Flag's missed like 12 games this season, but and he's had ups and like any player. Well, yeah, like any player, like especially a rookie, you're going to have these ebbs and flows throughout your season because you're used when it comes to college. What the max amount of games you're going to play is what, probably like 36.
36.
That's if you make it. That's if you make it to the national championship game. So, as much as people would love to hand this award to Cooper Flag, Con Kneppel definitely has made his mark and is made pretty much he's made this very, very tough. Actually, both both players have made this very, very tough for the media to decide. So I'm interested to see like what the media is going to vote when it comes between these two guys. They're when it comes to the stats are fairly close.
Yeah.
Cooper Flagg's currently averaging 21 points a game, Conconapple 18.7. Not too far off. Same when it comes to rebounds per game, assists per game. Like they are within a percentage, slight percentage. Well, excuse me, Cooper Flagg is above Conconapple, but
Hmm.
it's a very, very minimal amount.
I agree.
Um, but yeah, dog, I was doing my homework and I seen when Conconapple plays, Charlotte is 19-17. I mean, yeah. When he plays, Charlotte is 19-17. When Cooper Flat scores 20 points or more, Dallas is 15-17. Cooper Flag has to score these points, and he's given the ultra green light because I'm like, you Anthony Davis is gone, Kyrie is hurt.
Kyrie's hurt.
What's my other guy? What's the center for
Derek
Dallas?
Lively.
Yeah, Derek Lively's not there. Like you're missing so many pieces. So at this point, it's like, hey, Rook, go ball out. That's pretty much what Dallas has said, especially this second half of the season. It's like, hey man, go out there and hoop. Just go hoop. And he's been doing that, especially this last week and a half, 2 weeks of games that Dallas has played. But again, and then Conconapple with what 2 games left, he has the most 3-pointers as a rookie, and he's making it at a 43% rate, averaging 3.4 makes per game on damn near 8 attempts. Like,
Sniper.
dude. So and I'm with you again. I'm with you wholeheartedly when it comes to Conconapple affecting winning. Like they need Conconapple. Like, and on top of that, we didn't see Charlotte. Not too many people expected Charlotte to be what they are.
All right now,
Now,
absolutely not. Mm-mm.
a lot of this was predicated on LaMelo Ball and his play, and
Yeah.
how would he be able to be a better a more effective point guard for the team. And again, I feel this is going to sound crazy. After that car wreck, he's been lights out. Whether it's points, assists, whatever you've needed, whatever the team's needed, he's been lights out. So again, it sounds a little crazy, but ever since that car wreck, he has been hooping.
Hmm. Nah, he seems like the kind of guy where something like that would definitely want to make him tighten up. We all know who his father is, and I don't think LeVar is the type of father to ever like be real, to ever fuck around, especially after wrecking a car like that or anything like that. I don't think LeVar cares about how much money you have. He's still gonna be your father. So we know he
Right.
still has a really good support system. Someone's not gonna keep him disciplined. He will encourage his son, but he will always be a father first. So it's not a doubt in my mind. He tightened up after that. And like, yeah, like I never not once underestimate his intelligence. I think he's a really smart individual to have made it this far. Of being a basketball player, his story to the NBA, playing over in Lithuania, the whole junior NBA stuff.
Right.
I mean, he's a really hard worker. So I'm not surprised that he tightened up after.
I'm glad he tightened up because I'm like,
Mhm.
dude, you can't keep playing lackadaisical basketball and expecting to to produce wins.
Right.
And now people be like, well, nothing has changed in the game. I'm not talking about that part. It's the mental part. Like,
Hmm.
yes, the way he shoots the ball, the way he passes the ball, all that's still the same.
Hmm.
It's more so he looks like he's taking the game more serious now.
Hmm.
And and we see it in the outcome because now Charlotte
They
is
have that serious talent.
let me check the standings real quick. Charlotte's record is 43-37. We haven't heard that in a very, very, very long time. Hell, even when they made the playoffs, they weren't above 500. So that's a total change.
That's a winning team.
Yeah, and we'll get to that here when we start talking about the playoffs. But to move on from rookie of the year, real quick, we'll get this shit out the way and move on to the next one. Defensive player of the year. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Victor Wembanyama. Like there's that. Yeah. I don't give a damn who else is in the chat on that. Granted, yes, Chet Holmgren, Rudy Gobert, Scotty Barnes. Congratulations, y'all. Y'all did good. Y'all didn't do like y'all are not Victor Wembanyama.
And see, it's crazy because we're about to move on, but we're gonna get used to this.
Yeah.
We're about to get used to this shit. Like really, like it's gonna be a regular occurrence every single.
year. We got used to it with fucking Rudy Gobert.
4-time, like 7-time all defensive first team. Like Victor's gonna fuck around and win like 7 or 8. I'm not there's not a doubt in my mind he could do it, like for real.
But Wemby has a different mentality, which we'll discuss that when we get to MVP. But like I said, defensive player of the year, that's a no-brainer. We'll move on to let's move on to most improved player of the year. Now, I didn't know that the requirements were a little bit different. So, most improved player, for anyone that does not know, the most improved player award is their requirements. You have to play at least 63 games of 20 minutes or more in 2 games of at least 15 minutes. From what I was able to pull up, the players that are in the running, Nickeil Alexander-Walker for the Hawks, Jalen Duren for the Pistons, Denny, how do you pronounce this man's last name?
Abdiha.
Abdiha for the Blazers, and Jalen Johnson for the Hawks. We know what time it is when it comes to Jalen Johnson, although for him to be up for most improved player of the year is great. Hold up, because what did he win last year?
He didn't win any. He was on track to winning most improved player, but his teammate won it instead.
Yep. I would say this is a runaway, but I can't. Because the top 2 are actually, even with Denny, like all three players have made a significant jump. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, his jump looks completely different because you went from barely averaging 10 points to now averaging damn near 21 points a game. That's a hell of a jump
on a winning team.
Yeah. I mean, but hell, because he came from Minnesota. So you was already on, but here's the thing about Alexander Walker. His role is different. The role for Minnesota and his role for the Hawks, two totally different roles. So yes, this should be expected. He did exactly what was supposed to happen. You go to a new team. Hey, we need you to do more, and he's done more.
Yeah. He truly looked like he was just truly just always just waiting for the opportunity. Like that's he truly looked like that's all the moment he took off from the first game. So he wasn't even in the starting lineup at first. He was supposed to be the backup to Trey. Trey gets hurt. Nickeil steps in. I mean, it was off to the races. Like his last 10 games, he's been averaging 24 points per game with 3.8 assists, 3.5 rebounds. But the biggest thing is the margins. He's shooting 54% from the field, 46% from the 3. and 93% from the free throw. He's been operating at a 50-40-90 level over the last 10 games. Yeah, 25 points against Cleveland, 36
Mhm.
points against New York. Both of those were losses, unfortunately. But he's been doing those in the wins too. Like when you have 32 points on Orlando the game before that. So he's looking good, man. He's looking solid, and he's maintained his defensive ability. That's the biggest part to me. Most of the
Yeah,
time, you have to sacrifice. He's still a two-way player and a great one at that. So he stepped into this starting point guard role really nicely. He's not. I mean, he's the. It's really a positionless team. You know, Jalen's the point guard for real, but but Nikhil plays the position.
yeah,
Um, it's fun, man. It's really really fun. I think it'd be kind of crazy to take it away from him because his consistency has been truly amazing. Like it's been remarkable seeing his consistency, and he's been doing it every game. He's been a culture changer for this Hawks team. Everything we saw him make the Western Conference Finals twice in Minnesota, and he absolutely brought that culture over to Atlanta. And they're on the verge of making the playoffs now with a positive, their best record in the last like 11 years. So,
right.
um, yeah, I mean, I think he's a big part of it. He's already on a 4-year deal. This is the first year of that. So we're gonna get used to this. You know, hopefully he just continues to, just be him and God forbid anything happen. And
Right.
um that's it, man. I think
Uh,
it's pretty clear. Pretty
yeah,
clear.
it should be, but like I said, I don't want to take anything away from Jalen Duran or
Of
Denny
course.
Atavia.
Became all-stars this year, both of them.
Yeah. Jalen Duran, he stepped in when Detroit
Kate
needed
got
him the
hurt.
most, and he's taking that, he's taking that torch and run. Now Cade has come back, but without Jalen Duran being able to step in and help control the situation for the Pistons and help keep them in first place, like the Pistons fall drastically in my eyes. So I don't want to take anything away from Jalen Duran. I
Mhm.
I'm not gonna sit here in front of stunt like I know about Denny like that, because I have not watched any Blazers games this
Doing
year.
great. Great out
But
there. Phenomenal.
yeah, but from what I've seen compared to from what his comparison from last year to this year, he has definitely taken a major jump. So I just don't want to bullshit our people and act like I know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to him, because I have not been watching Blazers games like that.
Nah,
But
it was nicely put. Nicely put for sure.
yeah, I'm with you. Uh Nikhil Alexander Walker, he should walk away with the most improved player. We
Two
shall see.
Hawks in a row. 2 Hawks in a row.
We shall see. We shall see. Moving on to sixth player of the year. This is pretty much a two-man race between Keldon Johnson and
Nas Reed.
not yeah. Well, let's throw I forgot about Nas Reed.
'Cause he was up there. He was doing really good.
Yeah, I had Jaquez Jr. Jaime Jaquez Jr.
So no, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Rightfully so. That's a
I
good
mean,
pick for sure.
I got Keldon Johnson taking it, but
I think he should win it. He's been contributing to wins more. They're the number
yeah,
2 seed. They almost caught Oklahoma. Well, they're on the verge of catching them. I think
they're not
yeah.
gonna catch him. They're not gonna.
Mhm.
That was one of my predictions at the All-Star break. It was the Spurs would take the number one spot. I was close. Ooh, I was close. But yeah, I think Keldon Johnson walks away with this. Like there, I'm with you. Everything revolves around winning, and the Spurs have they have 20, I think it's 27 more wins than they did last year. So that's a hell of a jump. In the past 3 years,
Their progress has been
the progress has been yeah, progress has been crazy. Coach of the year. We got JB Bickerstaff, Joe Mazzulla, Mitch Johnson.
I think
This
Mitch Johnson,
I was gonna say this
honestly.
was tough.
Because Joe Mazzulla, I mean, I get it. He lost his best player, and they were still very much a strong 2 seed. damn near the one. So I mean, yeah, Joe Mazzulla, yeah, man, he definitely showed this year. To me, he showed this year he was always a good coach after the whole Ime Udoka stuff. He came in. It's not just the roster on paper. He lost hella players, most of their core, and
Yeah,
they're still a good team. So I mean, it's close, you know. I'll take Mitch Johnson though, only because how you said they won 27 more games in the shoes he had to fill coming in after Greg
yeah.
Popovich like that.
But that also just goes to show the uh the way that coaching tree is set, like
Mhm.
what Greg Popovich has laid, the foundation that he's laid down for his coaches to be able to step in. If you want to take it back, go see Becky Hammond and what she's done at with the Las Vegas Aces. Um and to be honest, she was set. Hell, they had her set to take over whenever he
Right,
decided to step away
right.
until that job came, until that job came up. But
Mhm.
for when it comes to Mitch, I mean, dog, that's a hell of a jump. 27 game plus compared to last season, and you're able to do this with a very solid and young core.
Young team. That's what I was about to say.
You
Though
have a
young,
very
young.
you have a fairly young team, but you also have the right veterans in the right spots to help navigate this team and show this team the ropes as they go along. So it's a great team that they've constructed thus far over there in San Antonio. So them winning the amount of games that they've won so far, like this shouldn't necessarily be a surprise. Even I mentioned JB Bickerstaff, like JB Bickerstaff, same thing. Like you we saw this last year with Detroit. They had some very bad breaks, and then to be able to turn it around, and now you're the number one seed in the East. Pretty much has been the number one seed in the East all season long, and now you're prepped to go. You're prepped and ready to go in the playoffs. Hopefully, Kate Cunningham gets his win back, gets his feet up under him, and he's ready to roll. But y'all are pretty much, you got this team ready to roll into the playoffs. So I agree with Miss Johnson, but with JB Bickerstaff and Joe Mazzulla, like either one of these coaches sh- can win this, probably should win it, probably would win it in any other year. But with these three coaches in this year, this is going to be a very tough decision. But I don't think whoever does win it, I don't think it'll be the wrong decision.
Mhm. Yeah, man, it's definitely a good race. One of the best races I've honestly seen in the last couple of
Yeah,
years. Just because all three coaches really do have a real case to take it home. I guess my final choice, I will stick with Mitch Johnson. Just because based off the 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 progress they had this year, you know, just being honest, you know, he did exactly what he was
mhm,
supposed to. He would not be they wouldn't be at where they are right now without his principles, without his discipline. In order to command a core of this magnitude, you have to have a hell of a voice in that locker room, a hell of basketball IQ to lead what will be the best player on the planet at one point. So in order to be his leader, you have to be a great coach. And I do think that he's doing that year by year by year, being the mentor for guys like Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper
yeah.
and I think Dylan Harper, he's their secret weapon. He's the one that's developing in the lab underneath the Frostbank Center because he's gonna
Oh,
he's
dog,
gonna be a monster.
my favorite on the team is Stephon Castle, man. That
Yeah,
I
and
think.
he
Look, I'm gonna fuck around. I'm gonna fuck around and become an actual Spurs fan before you know it.
mhm.
Like I think I I'll chill. I'll chill on this season, but probably
Like
at the beginning of the season, or as soon as this season's over, yeah,
mhm.
I might pledge my allegiance to the San Antonio Spurs. Sounds crazy to say, but dog, Stephon Castle to me is one of the ones.
They're good. They're honestly really good. My daddy's a Spurs fan. I became a fan like in like the mid '80s, so he's been a fan.
Yeah.
But and I only say this because uh, it was crazy to see the core they built this early. When they got the number 2 overall pick in the 2025 NBA draft, I was like, okay, like that, because they got the 4th overall pick the year before that. So I'm like, how the
Hmm.
hell are they gonna make it work drafting all these guards? Then you go out and you sign De'Aaron Fox after that.
That
And
was
I
that was the part that confused me, but it worked.
that's what I was, and that's a
It's working.
testament to how good they are,
Yeah.
honestly. And then I think it's honestly cool. It's better that way. That way they can win in the meantime. And when Dylan Harper gets of age, she'll be primed and ready to take that
Oh
spot
yeah. Yeah.
from De'Aaron Fox. So I think it's working out. It's honestly perfect, to be quiet. It's honestly perfect, for
Oh
real,
yeah.
for real. And it's gonna be cool because it's gonna be like a true three-headed, homegrown, three-headed monster that they
Hmm.
have with De'Aaron Fox, not De'Aaron, with Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, and Vicky Wembanyama. Like, it's cool how he has like they have the superstar and they have his Batman, like, his two underlings too. So it's really exciting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was a Spurs fan, it'd be really cool to like to see that over the next few years. I'd be shocked if they don't win
Yeah.
a championship. Especially having a generational talent that happens most of the time when you have when you have a generational talent, you will win a championship. So
You
yeah.
should, but we'll see. And then of course, last but not least,
Yep.
MVP.
Mhm.
This has been this race has been awkward to say the least because um most of the people that we think that had a chance to win MVP have gotten hurt. Okay, Cunningham, Luca,
Mhm.
um, those two for sure who were definitely in the running.
In the running.
And but now, hell, to be honest, Wimby's on the edge because he has to play these last two
There's like
games for the
one more
season.
game he has to play.
Yeah, he has to play these last two games of the season. So, but of course, this is a 3-man race with SGA, Wimby, and Joker. Uh, you got your vote. Who you got and why?
It's so funny. We were just talking about the Spurs. It's gonna be Victor Wembanyama. For my MVP. I think he'll kind of be like the third youngest MVP ever if he wins it.
Mm.
I just think like there's no reason as to why he shouldn't. He's a great player on offense. He's a phenomenal player, the best player on defense, and he's only getting better. His team is winning. He's a major part of that, a major part of their identity, their defensive formation, and their offense as well. So I don't see a reason as to why he shouldn't win it. His numbers are also astronomical this year. And I just think he's going to continue to get better.
Dog, this
It's only
motherfucker's averaging 3 blocks a game. That is insane.
like a game, and like and it's great because you can see it's just different when you really when you witness, you can see the impact. It's like when you see
Right.
how athletic someone is, when you see them really jumping, or when you see a good slasher like a Dwayne Wade, how ferocious he is coming down the lane. It's different when you see it. Like when you
Right.
his defensive impact is truly special when you see it like that. When people are like changing their shots in midair, when they
Dog,
see
when
you
you're
running,
when shit changing shots, when you change your mind in the middle of the play and it's like,
play
yeah,
like
I'm gonna back this out. Like yeah, that's why I said defensive player of the year. Yeah, that's a lot.
it's a lot.
That's a fucking lot. Um,
I do think he should take it home. I think he should win MVP, and I
he
think he should
should.
hold up both trophies in the
He
Frost.
look, he probably should. I mean, and all of this is going to depend on how the media looks at this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we know SGA is fucking balling out of his mind.
Amazing again.
Um, Also, this is what is asked of SGA. Granted the team that's constructed over there, he doesn't necessarily. It feels like he doesn't have to, but he kind of does in a sense. Because it's like he's a straw that stirs the drink over there at OKC.
Mm-hmm.
But the craziest part is Joker, who's averaging a triple double and leads the fucking league in rebounds and assists per
In
game.
assist.
That is fucking insane because how do you lead the league in rebounds and assists
In
as a
assist.
center? As a center, you lead. Who? So
And that's
Steve.
only because of record.
But
Continue.
I mean, hell, they're in third place right now. So I mean, it's not like if you want to bring the record into it, yeah, they had a little slippage in the middle of the season, but
Yes, they did.
when you go and look at the standings right now, they are currently in third place. That Denver team's clicking at the right time, and it is definitely because Joker is back. Now, Jamal Murray has finally stepped in and played like the fucking Jamal Murray that we've known to see and we saw before. So that helps. But in the grand scheme of things, it's Joker. Joker's the reason for Denver. Just like Wemby's the reason for the Spurs, SGA is the reason for OKC.
Right.
I feel like this is going to go to SGA, so he might be back-to-back MVP, but again, this is one of those ones where whoever gets it, I'm not mad.
Because like
I
I
feel like
get
it's the
it.
right call.
You know, because his scoring is on another level right now. He did break Will Chamberlain's record this year for 127 games of like 20 or more point. That is
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
man.
That's like when you say it out loud, that's really crazy. But to me though, it's like what you said earlier. They've won games without him. They've blown teams
Oh
out
yeah,
without SGA. I think San Antonio, they need Victor. They need their defense is not that good without him. You know, like they need him. He takes them from like I don't want to be ignorant and say they're one of the bottom defensive worst because I know Luke
no,
Cornett's
no, no,
playing
no.
a good Luke Cornett's having a good season this year. But I think
It's
that
hard. You can't replace
his
that
impact,
size.
right?
You
I
can't
agree.
replace that size. What is he fucking 7? What is he like
5,
7'5"? Yeah, you
he's
can't
an eight
replace
foot
7'5".
wingspan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't replace that.
8 foot wingspan. Like
So
it's like but nah, yeah. Victor Wembanyama's my MVP. The
mhm,
records are super close with San Antonio and Oklahoma. I just think that Victor contributes more to San Antonio with the two-way play, being a
mhm.
great offensive player as well, and the best defensive player on the planet by a country mile. So
Yeah,
so of course, shout out to my guy Dyson Daniels as a guard, but yeah, just as a center, it's just he can stop any person from scoring the ball. It doesn't matter who they are. He can stop them if he wants to. If he
off
hones in,
positions. Yeah,
like for real, like it doesn't matter who he can block any shot. It doesn't make block Kevin Durant's shot. So and I think again, it's only because he's 23 at a certain point, he is going to rule the NBA with an iron fist because he already has the team and they're waiting on him to fully arrive. Because this
yeah.
isn't it. This is nowhere near the final product. Not at all.
Nah. Um, I I want to say I'm with you with Wimby. I would like to see him win. I love the case that he made for himself a few weeks back as far as why he should win MVP. Um, I love that. I love his mindset when it comes to hooping. Period. So again, I think the media is going to vote SGA, but hopefully they take into consideration uh a few other things, but I think this one's going to be it should be a tight race all together, and that's including the Joker. Um
And the last thing I will say, because how you just ended on Victor, I agree. It's cool his mindset, like his voice. He's getting more confident in how he expresses himself. Chris Haynes did ask him, "How do you feel about people saying they're gonna, LeBron's gonna pass the torch to you?" Of course, Nikola Jokic has it technically right now, but he asked him, "How do you feel about everyone thinking you're gonna be the face. And he only gave like a 3-word answer. He was like, "Yeah, I want that." Like straight up, like that's it. It's not because he knows he has so much work to do. And I think for him, when you have situational awareness of that magnitude, he knows, how, like he said it, there's not a single person who has my impact on defense, So like, and that's him right now. Like we're already seeing him form into a man, and that's what makes me
Oh
excited
yeah.
because he's getting stronger, he's talking shit, his voice is getting even deeper. Like I'm waiting for the day when like he's 30 years old and like it's just Victor, Like, that's what I'm waiting.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't wait for that day.
All right. And last but not least,
Yeah.
we are a few days away from the freaking playoff. Well, excuse me, the play in and the playoffs for that matter. But we still have, depending on the team, we have 2 to 3 games left in the season. Um, the race is tight. Like there are 14 teams still have to claim a spot in the standings. So if you are viewing via YouTube, I have an image up, and this shows as of today what the playoffs will look like. So in the play-in, so we're starting the Western Conference. In the play-in, 9th seed is the Blazers, 10th seed is the Warriors, 7th seed is the Suns, and the 8th seed is the Clippers. Steph is back,
Yep.
so that's that matchup with the Blazers and Warriors just got a tad bit interesting, but also do not really care. The
Playing.
Suns and the Clippers are actually going to be the more interesting battle to me. And we're just strictly talking play in right now. That's going to be the game to watch. And then when we slide over to the East, as of right now, the Hornets have the 9th seed. The Miami Heat, they're a lock in the 10th seed, so they're not moving anywhere. Same with the Warriors. In the 7th seed, you have the Sixers, who just took a major blow because now Embiid is having surgery. Conversations need to be had, and that's all I will say about that.
I
And then
agree.
in the AFC, you have the Magic, who we thought would be a top 5 team. Jesus Christ. Um, I like that Hornets Magic, excuse me, the Hornets Heat
Mhm.
matchup, but again, none of this is set in stone outside of the Warriors and the Heat being locks in the 10th spot for their conference. Now, again, sorry to the folks that are listening via audio, but video wise, I have a image up of each conference, the seedings, and who can claim what. So we'll start on the Western Conference side. OKC is locked number 1,
Yep.
hands down. Spurs is a lock for number 2. It gets interesting in that 3 to 5 spot. So you have the Nuggets, the Lakers, and the Rockets, who all can claim 3 through 5. And I think they play each other at least once, depending on whose schedule you look at. I'll pull up the Nuggets and their schedule. Looking at the last, so they have 2 games left. So they have OKC and San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Very tough games. Very tough games to play. So interested to see if they are able to take at least one of those games. But also, like we said before, the way they've been rolling, they might be able to do so. The Lakers, who have 3 games left, they play the Warriors tonight as we record. Then and then follow up tomorrow with the Suns, who again, decent team, can't
Yep.
can't take that team slightly. But Lakers are also missing Luka and Austin Reeves.
And
So
Austin. And
and
LeBron.
I'm about to say and LeBron, possibly LeBron. I don't know how this is gonna look. So
Oh yeah,
and
not for the
then
series. Hell no. Hell no. Ha,
and
ha,
then
ha.
for their final game, they have the Utah Jazz. So
Mhm.
that should be they should roll them over in that game. And then the Houston Rockets, they're actually currently playing right now. They are
Yep.
playing the 76ers. Then they have they play tomorrow. They play the T Wolves, and then they end the season out with Memphis.
Memphis.
So listening to that again, that's how tight this race is. The Timberwolves that I just mentioned, they are locked in the 6th seed. Okay, so the Suns are locking the 7th seed. So they not don't matter they win, lose or draw, they stuck. They are in the play-in. Um for the Clippers and the Blazers, which is hilarious. They get to fight for the 8th and the 9th seed, but they'll both be in the play-in game. It just depends on who does what and what seed they take to for the play-in game. Now, the East, whoo boy. So we talked about Detroit earlier. They're locked at number 1. For the 2 seed, you could either have the Celtics or the Knicks. For the 3 seed, you could either have the Celtics, Knicks, or the Cavs. For the 4 seed, you could either have the Knicks or the Cavs. So that 2 to 3 is a pretty much a toss up between uh the Knicks and the Knicks and the Celtics. And then 3 to 4 is a fight between the Knicks and the Cavs.
Mhm.
Now, here's the interesting part. 5 through 9. Here are the teams that are fighting for those 5 through 9. Mind you, again, we have 2 to 3 games left in the season. You have the Hawks, the Raptors, the Magic, the Sixers, and the Hornets. At least, so that's 5 through 7. And then 8 and 9, you have the Hawks, the Raptors, the Magic, the Sixers, the Hornets, and the Heat.
And the Heat.
So looking at this, the Hornets, the Sixers, and the Heat. Hold on, let me backtrack. The Hornets and the Sixers can either be 5 or they could be 10.
Yeah.
And this is why I told you and Garrett not to get y'all damn hopes up at being making it to the 5 seed, because I told y'all can mess around and lose 2 and fuck around and be in the 10th, and actually you can be 9th. So
No. Go ahead, finish it.
no, I was just saying it's crazy. I haven't seen a playoff like possibility set up like this, to where you have, especially when we're looking at the East. In the East, you have 5 teams. 5 teams in 2 different and really 6 if you want to throw the Heat in there, but the Heat can only go the highest they can go is 8.
8. Period.
So, but you have 5 teams that are competing
for the 5th seed and the 6th seed.
From 5th to 9th. That is nuts.
It's ridiculous, bro.
That is nuts. So this is about to be crazy as hell. Yeah, this playoffs is about to be crazy as hell, and this is just to find out who's going to be where and who's playing who. So we can't even fucking dictate who's playing who right now, because nobody knows. We just know that OKC, San Antonio, and Detroit are all locks.
They're locks, period.
Well, okay, and I take that back. Boston's not necessarily a lot because they're fighting between 2 and 3.
Oh, okay, that's something like they clinched the playoff spot.
Well,
Period.
yeah,
That's
no. They're going to the playoffs,
mhm.
but we're talking about seeding from a seeding standpoint.
Seeding.
Seeding
Yeah,
standpoint, it's all over the place. So,
determine who you're gonna play.
um, I want to ask you what you think will happen, but I feel like this is too hard to even fathom of what's going to happen because again, you fuck around and lose one, you may drop 3 spots
Come
depending
on.
on tiebreaker and everything. No, I'm just saying depending on tiebreaker because that's you also have to take into consideration tiebreakers,
Tiebreakers.
like everything, because you'll have the Hawks. So the
Because we
Hawks are
swept
45.
we swept Orlando.
Yeah,
So I mean,
yeah, but you still got the Raptors behind you. Still, like all of these teams are like a game, if not a half. The Raptors are a half game behind y'all. So if y'all fuck around and lose, then the Raptors go number 5. And then you have to take into consideration if any of these other teams win, they may leapfrog you, and y'all can have the same record.
and like see that's all I'm really worried. I mean, I don't want to say I'm worried or whatever because I believe in my team. Speaking as a fan here, but I mean, yeah, man, like, we got the Cavs and we got the Heat. We play Cleveland tomorrow. Atlanta losing these last 2 games have been trending topics. Everyone, trying to say we're losing the real teams and stuff. But I mean, we lost to New York by 3. That was a close ass game. We were up at one point. Jalen Brunson he got a shooter's
makes it
roll.
even worse.
No, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, y'all.
Both teams
Ooh.
never had over a 5-point lead. It was competitive
Oh yeah,
all
no,
game.
that was I watched a little bit of that game. It was a close game, through and through. Y'all
And
just lost to
then
damn
with
Cleveland, and y'all got to play them
Cleveland
again.
again
Ooh.
tomorrow, and we were down by 18. We came back and we lost. We got it within 3, and then we lost. And
And
then,
this
then
is
we
what
lost
to the Cavs, right?
Cleveland, the
Yeah.
Cavaliers. So, and
So
again, see that game, the fouls were ridiculous. They had like 35 fouls compared to 15 for the Hawks. Like in the first quarter, it was
I
like in the
mean,
first half, it was like 8.
hey man,
It was like
hometown cooking, dog. Hometown
but
cooking.
20 free throw disparities.
Hometown cooking, bro.
I mean,
Look,
it's
you better
whatever.
y'all better go pay. Y'all better go down. Y'all better go down to what's
Atlanta.
y'all's Key Arena?
I mean, though State Farm.
I mean State Farm. Yeah, y'all better go down to State Farm and pay these motherfucking refs off or something. Shit. Hey
Yeah,
man. But no,
whatever.
in all seriousness, because let's say if you guys stay where you guys at, guess who y'all get to play? The goddamn Cleveland Cavaliers. And to me, that
Cavaliers.
is the battle of the mid-off.
Yes, we can beat them, man. We can beat them, niggas. Like we can beat them. Like our backup center is hurt. You feel me? We need that versus Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. So like we have a better bench than them, in my opinion. Having guys like Jonathan Kuminga come off the bench, CJ McCollum come off the bench. Like we have a better second unit. It's just the shots didn't fall in the third quarter. It was terrible. They beat us like 44-20 in the third quarter. The fourth quarter, like I said,
Jesus.
we came back. Also,
But
our
again,
best player.
it's the battle of the mid-off, man. Y'all are one and the same, and y'all don't even know it.
I think the
Y'all
Hawks.
y'all are
I think the Hawks deserve credit though. They were
y'all are
26-30.
y'all are
Like
one. Y'all are the same. Y'all are the same team. Y'all do the same shit. Y'all can have a 20-point lead, and y'all will fucking blow that shit like it's nothing.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Like we'll see what happens because we came back in that game. They should have won that game literally on the margins. Like if they didn't
Yeah.
that fuck ass free throw, like they kept.
Hey,
I
hey,
mean,
listen. You gotta hit your free throws. Hit
the
your free
ref had got their
throws.
palms
They
greased.
free. Oh yeah.
I mean,
Hey, that's why I said y'all need to go down State Farm. Y'all need to meet up with the refs when they come in. Hey, big dog, dap them up with an envelope. Like, come on, man. Stop playing. Y'all,
and
hey,
yeah.
y'all playing. Y'all playing. Y'all need to slide a little envelope. Hey, do like your grandma used to do back in the day, motherfucking dap you. shake your hand with a little bit of money inside. Come on now.
Nah, um,
Dog. Y'all playing, and y'all gonna fuck around and y'all gonna be the fucking 8 seed. Stop
chill out.
playing.
See, the thing is, it's cool. It's cool though. It's cool because we play them again tomorrow. The Hawks have been learning from their losses all year. This is the first time taking back-to-back losses in a long time this season. So um they are 100% aware of the situation,
Oh
every
shit!
part of it.
Everybody's aware because now we're at the point now where hey, we gotta fight for whatever fuck we gotta fight for the top spot, and that's again we talked about the Hornets. The Hornets, dog. The Hornets got oh shit, they got 2 tough ass games. They got Detroit and the Knicks to close out. Woo
Close it
boy!
out.
Now
Mm,
to be fair, they can win these games if they lock in like they've been doing throughout the second half of this season. They can win. They can possibly win these games. I do not want to take that away from them because of how much they've improved. But also, I'm like, my guy, y'all might lose. Y'all might fuck around and lose 3 in a row going into the playoffs. I mean,
it's whatever.
they've had a tough because they just lost to Boston
Boston,
2 nights ago. So I'm like,
Boston, New York, and
yo,
fucking
they
that's
had
the
a
story.
tough stretch. These last 4, so their last 4: Minnesota, Boston, Detroit, and the Knicks. That's a hard fucking stretch to close out the season. And on top of that, you're fighting for playoff season,
For
playoff seeding. Whew,
And the
that's
thing
that's
about the
rough.
Hawks, like if they slip to the 6th spot, we'll end up playing the Knicks in the first round. That game,
Good
they
night,
beat us by 3
and
or
you know what?
whatever.
And I'm gonna tell y'all good night.
We can beat them niggas too. We can beat them niggas too. We can beat
I'm gonna
them
tell
too.
y'all. I'm gonna tell
Um,
y'all good night.
because
Hey,
Jalen Johnson, JJ underperformed in that Cleveland game, and we barely lost that. JJ had one of his worst games of the year after being an All
I
NBA
told
caliber player
again.
all season.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And I've told you and Garrett this before. The Hawks and the Cavs.
It's
Y'all got
about.
to
I
prove.
mean,
Actually, no. And I'm gonna lump in. I throw in the Knicks too. Cause actually, this was last year about the Knicks. This was about the Cavs and the Knicks last year. Y'all got to prove it to me. If you
that's fine.
you say that your team is prove it because I have no faith in those 3 teams. And Knicks fans will kill me too. And I shout out to my dog Los, big Knicks fan, but also he know like the Knicks have their moments where they have brain farts. Like I said, the Hawks and the Cap, all these fans will probably be at my neck, and I do not care. Come at me if you want to. But the Hawks and the Cavs are the same team to me. And again, all these teams have to prove it because y'all have decently structured teams, but when the rubber meets the road, y'all flame out.
Cause see, I
Y'all
don't know about
flame the
that.
fuck out.
I just think like it's a game of inches. It's a game of numbers. It's a numbers game. Like it, cause like yo, like they were losing to
Hey,
Phoenix.
it's who wants it more? Who
I
wants it
mean, yeah,
more?
for sure. I mean, yeah, like yo, but like the Hawks, they battled numerous times this year. Like I said, being 26-30 and being in the running for the playoffs come April. Who the fuck like that? That's really hard to do, man. So the
Mhm.
fact we're even in this conversation, I'll take it. The fact we're even in this position, I'll take it. We weren't supposed
Look,
to
I
be here.
never y'all were always going to be in at the very least to play in. Like, come on, you got the Bucks, the Bulls, the Nets, the Pacers, and the
I
Wizards.
mean,
Y'all were
okay, like, you
y'all were
can't.
going to at the very least y'all were going to be in the plan. No matter the record.
I
But
do think that
at,
they've
at
definitely taken a step up though. Like Jalen's playing good, Dyson, they look good, man. They have a positive record. Like it is what it is, man. Like I said this, at the beginning of the year, the Hawks have to gain respect. That's the biggest thing about this season. Tomorrow it's a massive game. It's the last home game of the year. So I mean, man,
everybody has all 2 to 3 games are super important. And if y'all even drop, if any of these teams, not just y'all, any team that's Eastern Conference, well, really Eastern Conference, because this is where the mayhem, the real mayhem is. If any one of y'all drop a game, y'all are going to fall somewhere in the standings. Y'all are going to fall in the standings. May not be super far, but also depending on other teams. So again, if Toronto, let's see who Toronto has, because all Toronto got to do is win one, and
they'll be 6. They'll play New York.
so yeah, they got the Knicks, and the Nets to close out. So I haven't seen the Raptors majority of the year, but I do know that team. That's a tough team to play. That's a very tough team to play.
I mean, like
And
we'll see. Like they're athletic, they
they'll
have scores, you know.
they'll however they perform against the Knicks on tomorrow will tell me everything I need to know. But again, there's even though there's only 2 to 3 games left, there's too much that has to be decided. There's way too much. So everybody has to win at this point. You have to win. And you fuck around, like I said, you fuck around and lose. You go from the 5th spot to the damn 8th spot at the blink of an eye. So we'll see what happens. Again, should be very interesting, both the from the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. Can't wait to see how this shapes out, and then what the play-in tournament starts. I think
it's like October, it's April 14th. It's this Sunday. It starts.
Yeah, so. And then right after that, playoffs start. So
the next day,
by next episode, we should know the standings, and we'll be primed and ready for the playoffs. So as we close this out, man, good episode. A lot had a lot to cover. We definitely wanted to make sure that we got this episode out. Due to the fact that the season ends soon, and there's so much that's going to be involved. Shout out again to all the Hall of Famers, the Hall of Fame inductees. If you are on YouTube, if you are watching on video, the link tree is the QR code is up. Go to the link tree, follow us on socials. Again, shout out to our guy Garrett. See you next week, big dog. Antoine, before we go, do you have anything for our peoples?
That's it, man. Let's enjoy the basketball. Shout out to Jackie Young. She got a 1.1 $19 million deal from the Aces today. One of the first few girls, one of the many that are about to get paid. So got to give a shout out to her. Shout out to the Michigan Wolverines for winning their second national title in over 30 years. I didn't know it was that long because they've had so many popular players throughout that time.
I forgot all about that.
So shout out to the Michigan Wolverines. Shout out to the UCLA Bruins, the women's basketball team. They won the championship as well. They were at the Lakers game the other night. So got to give a shout out to the ladies.
They're everywhere. Yeah, they're everywhere right now.
Yeah, they were at the Clippers game.
Yeah, they were on what fucking late night show?
Is it Jimmy Fallon or is it Conan?
Yep, Jimmy Fallon. They was on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, man, I'm Fallon.
So yeah, they're. I mean, but also when you're in LA, it's kind of easy to do. So, anything else?
That's it, man. Nah, it was a great season. It was a fun season. I enjoyed this season. It was an up and down season for both teams that I cover. The Lakers were rock solid all year. Well, I mean, at one point they were like 28-17, so they were going through some adversity, but the Hawks had to claw back from the brink of the play-in. They traded Trae Young in the middle of the year, with plans to keep pressing forward and improving. They did that. And now we got to see if they can bring it home and make the playoffs. So yeah, that's it, man.
And of course, we appreciate everybody pulling up and rock with us. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the videos, comment for the audio. Of course, give us 5 if you're doing the audio portion of it. Give us 5 stars. Anything less than 5 stars, you straight up hating. Like, don't do that. As far as the YouTube page, please again, please subscribe to the page, like this video, comment on the video, get us in the algorithms. We greatly appreciate y'all. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell y'all mama and them to pull up on us. And we will holler at y'all next week, man. Jesus.
God bless y'all. Most def.
One band, one sound. They give me my theme music.